Hello, Sunshines, and welcome to deValiante Plays Coffee Talk, Episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly by Togi Productions. In an alternate reality Seattle, there's a coffee shop, and you're the barista. Spend the nights catering to humans, elves, satyrs, and even banshees in this heart-to-heart visual novel. If you want to see more games from this channel, drop a like and a follow and tell me in the comments what you want to see me play next. Warning, this video contains strong language. Discretion is advised. Now, without further ado, let's get started. First wave of visa applications to Europe rejected for failure to include passport signatures. The rise and fall of Weirdstein box offices are brief history. Sold out! Replica astronaut suits experienced an extreme increase in sales. I hope the power hiccups didn't affect the machine too much. But we're not going to worry about that right now because we have friends to spy on. Baileys! We're friends! We are not friends with Riona. Or with Silver. That sucks. Road construction on Lenora Avenue. Trucker fell asleep and crashed near the 4th Avenue. No casualties, but quite the property damage. I'd reckon you want to avoid the area for the moment. Aw, look how cute that is. Oh shit, I haven't been liking them. I gotta like shit. I wonder how everyone's doing. Me too. Does everything happen for a reason, or nah? Nah. I mean, who knows? This is a very slow start. Here we go. Right in the nick of time. Hey, speaking of the devils. Welcome, you two. It's rather a relief to see you safe and sound. Hi, Diva. Yes, we're also very relieved. It was a little scary last time. We analyzed the events of the evening and found them 31.245% frightening and 68.755% distasteful. Leaving it in such a hurry is not an experience we care to repeat. Hopefully this will be a quieter evening. Yes, that is our wish. Anyhow, greetings are customary in cafes, bars, and restaurants, are they not? Therefore, good evening. Even if in reality it should be good night. We find that very strange. That good evening is a way to say hello, but good night is a way to say goodbye. Is this assuming that you never start an encounter at night? Because that theory would appear to be empirically wrong. For example, this is the second time we meet, Earthchild, and both times have been at night. We are 100% sample. Our 100% sample does not bear out of the aforementioned premise. Additionally, the very concepts of evening and morning seem only marginally... Amanda. Yes, what is it? I think Diva tried to interject a couple of times. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, Diva. Oh, no, it's alright. I didn't have anything important to say. The truth is, I'm not sure our greetings have a circadian rhythm. Earthlings are creatures of habit, I suppose. They get attached to certain ways of using language, and often don't question the actual meaning of words. Yes, at least in this particular case, no one's getting hurt. Since I arrived here, I've observed that some thoughtless uses of language can have a much more painful effect. Indeed. We see, and we agree. And we apologize for interrupting you, Diva. Don't worry about it. Communicating with a hive connection is rather challenging. Without a hive connection is rather challenging. Besides, we have been in a somewhat heightened mental state. We have been finding Earth quite curious. Extraordinary, even. We are keen to absorb as much information as we can during our visit here. I totally forgot the freaking story. Happiness, like a cup of coffee. Hey, this might not help, but do you want to listen to me for a little bit? I want to tell you what happiness is like to me. To me, and maybe it is only to me, I see happiness like a cup of coffee. It makes you feel good, energized, ready to take on the world. But that's not the point I want to make. It's about how many different kinds of coffee there are in the world, and how many different ways of making a cup of coffee. You still with me? Okay, so there are so many kinds of coffee, and I'm not even talking about the type of beans and whatnot. There are coffees you can get in a convenience store in convenient cans. Pop it and you're good to go. There are also coffees that are more special, made with more care. The ones made in cafes by cute baristas and their pretty smiles. There are even more special coffees, the ones you find in certain places, in certain circumstances, the one you can only taste once in your life, yet you wish you could have it forever. But that's how life goes, right? There is happiness you'll part with, happiness you'll never get to taste again. But that's the thing, you shouldn't cry over a cup of coffee. You're supposed to remember the taste fondly, hoping someday you can have something just like that. Something better, even. You'll live your life in search of that better taste of coffee. Once you do, you'll realize that there are thousands and thousands of coffees in this world, with 1,000 ways of brewing them. See? That is how I see happiness. But hey, since you're still here, want in on a secret? It may take many tries before you get it right, and you might lose many things to achieve it. But in my opinion, the best coffee in the world, the best happiness we can have, is the one we make ourselves, unless we're really bad at making coffee. Like, I've had some people's coffee that should never be drank ever. Oh, and when we run out of coffee in this house, we're only left with instant coffee, and oh my god, does it take so much sugar and milk to make that palatable. It seems to us our siblings who previously visited Earth came back with findings of rather superficial nature. We are excited to gather data that will advance the science of Earth studies. Our return to the hive will be triumphal. Ahem. Of course, we do not do such things for the glory. But still, we are looking forward to seeing our work recognized. So, are you a scholar, Miss Amanda? Yes, that is a good equivalence of what we are. We specialize in data gathering and analysis of poorly charted territories. That sounds very impressive. DG Apedapedec is much less impressive than our siblings' missions. Silver is an explorer and an adventurer. He is deserving of respect, and his mission is to find a prospective partner is of the utmost importance. Still prospective, huh? No progress on that front, I take it? Well, I wouldn't quite say that. Oh, very intriguing. You're always so professional, Diva. You rarely ask direct questions, but I think you're a little curious about the gossip, right? What is gossip? Gossip is information about what goes on in other people's lives. Oh, we see. So it's like the data on individual beings, then. Yes, that sounds about right. We love gossip. What is wrong with it? Nothing at all, and I would love to listen to yours. But let me at least make you a drink first. We must consider our choice of drink carefully. We suggest our sibling goes first. Are you ready to order, Silver? I have an idea, yes. Can we expect an interesting new recipe? You're a barista yourself now, after all. A barista? How am I? Oh, you mean the cafe. Yes, you mentioned you were opening one, didn't you? I am, after a fashion. But I'm not focusing on drink menus just yet. Also intriguing. I promise I'm not withholding information, Diva. But things are a little complicated. It's alright if we start with it. Is it alright if we start with the drink? I'll try my best to explain everything afterwards. That sounds good to me. Then, I think I'd like something simple tonight. Do you remember the first drink I ordered when I came here years ago? Wasn't it a coffee-based drink? It was a coffee drink. And I think you mentioned it was very bitter. Bitter and tart, right? Yes, I think that's right. A bitter and tart coffee drink. Okay. A bitter and tart coffee drink. Bitter and tart coffee drink. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save. And if I don't make this right, we're gonna keep going back and forth. So I'm gonna make him a coffee ginger. Unless it's a coffee lemon. A black lemon. Okay. Here's a black lemon for you, Silver. This definitely looks like what I had in mind. Okay, good. Please be good. Yes, and it tastes interesting. A very minimal yet strong. Very enjoyable. I think I might prefer sweeter things, but I'm glad I tried this one. Are we friends yet? Are we friends yet? You know, I second that Miss Amanda said what Miss Amanda said last time. You feel the same in some ways, yet also very different. I don't know. I do think that everyone keeps changing all the time. Maybe we feel our personalities make sense, because we see ourselves in hindsight, when the truth is, we make ourselves up as we go along. That is an insightful theory, Silver. You have grown wiser. You used to be rather youthful and innocent part of the hive. Well, I have had to learn and adapt here. It's been a couple of years after all. But despite all that, and considering what I said about people changing all the time, I don't think I've changed all that much. In fact, it's as if I've been becoming a little more me every day. Just revealing myself. Speaking of that, we meant to ask, how did you choose this specific Earthling appearance over another? Our observation is that Earthlings come in a great many varieties, with a near infinity of combinations. Did you run a random generation algorithm? No, it wasn't random at all. Even at first, if it wasn't a conscious process, I chose the way I look because it felt true to who I am. When I first started coming to this cafe, I had a hard time understanding this world and its rules. But there were already some things that I could relate to. Some things that felt familiar. Like Hyde's eyes that always see beyond the surface. Or Gala's outfit, which was a sign of kindness and trust. I borrowed those traits from them without even realizing. You took inspiration from them? Yes, our species seems to have the ability to do that. But Gala's fashion, I couldn't keep after all. It came with responsibilities. People stopped me all the time to ask me for medical advice. I can see how that would be problematic. Yes, but when I found this fictional universe, where all the stories take place in the stars, the Star Trek, so I changed my outfit to imitate theirs. And at some point, it all came together. One morning I saw myself in the mirror and I felt right. Like the way I looked matched who I was. It made me feel at peace. So although I look different now from when we first met, and although I have learned the ways of this world a bit and have grown a bit, in many ways I still feel the same. Different, but same. Yes, different, but same. It makes sense to us. It really does. Oh, is this Laurel? No, this is from Pearl. Still no news from Midge. We think the odds are now 84.308% that she is phantoming you. Do you mean ghosting? We mean phantoming, as in when you think you hear a sound, but your ears are merely playing a trick on you. We thought we had established a hive connection with Midge, but it was only a phantom sound after all. Anyhow, what is Pearl saying? That her calendar might clear up soon if I want to meet up. Oh, Silver! It sounds like things are going very well indeed. I think it may be time I tell you a little bit about this. But we wish to order a drink as well. Of course. I'm so sorry. Go ahead, Amanda. Oh. Our apologies, but the machine's having issues today. We'll let you know as soon as it's working again. Curious that earth drinking making skills are so refined, yet so unreliable. This is a land of contradictions. It sure is. But do carry on, sibling. Right, so I've been relying on Amanda to help me with the online part of online dating, and it's been working really well. On average. There have also been some small issues. Earthlings are strange. Online dating has a reputation for emphasizing that, yes. Some Earthlings express their interest, but when you say hello, they never answer back. While in real life, saying hello is a starter for 99.845% of conversations. It seems that online, more humorous or breeding-oriented openers are favored. However, if an opener is entirely horned, it is considered out of bounds and angrily dismissed. Horned? Yes, that is when prospective partners send you close-up pictures of their horns. Oh. People do that? Yes, they do, unfortunately. Yes, I think it would be fine after a bit of conversation if we get into the mood and they ask me first, but I'd probably say yes. Horns can be really pretty, you know, can they? But it feels very strange when that's the first thing they do, before they even write a single word. I can imagine. And then sometimes Earthlings express interest, but after reading a joke that is statistically funny 99.908% of the time, they answer with a sad face and block communications. Funny for you 99.908% of the time? Yes. Fortunately, online dating is governed by the law of large numbers, which favors persistence. We are patient. Amanda has been spending a lot of time on the app, and it started to work out. I'm now having conversations with some really nice people, especially Pearl. We prefer Laurel. Her facial features are more symmetrical, but Silver seems to favor the asymmetrical Earthling. It's just, she sounds like a really good person. She's a communications director for a charity that fights homelessness. She cares about other people a lot. I don't think she's been very lucky in return, but she's very funny and curious of everything, and her smile... Please desist. You can sense your hormones boiling. We can sense that. And she's the person you might be getting a date with? I really hope so. Do you have a date and time for your date? No, this is on a different topic. Please excuse me. Oh, that was not a good face. So I take it you've been enjoying your time on Earth, Miss Amanda? Or not? No, we have been enjoying it, but we also see the limits of it. How do you mean? We are a hive mind. A hive mind knows no boundaries or limitations. We share all our thoughts and desires. It is not difficult for us to connect. We are born connected. But Earthlings are guarded. They have complex emotions, and they have no means of truly knowing what anyone else feels. That makes them afraid of judgment and hurt. it must be very difficult and painful for them to connect deeply. There's so much they must let go of first. We could not live like that. You said that online networks were like a hive? Like a hive is not a true hive. A true hive requires honesty and directness, as well as a desire to deeply understand others. Oh, I see. You don't think you could ever adapt the way Silver has? Silver is different. Even when he was a part of us, we could sense him looking outwards. That is why he has become such an amazing explorer. And that is why he made the effort to learn Earthlings' codes and behaviors. He did not just want to understand. He wanted to experience. We are not like him. We like to seek knowledge and what is different from us. But once we have that knowledge, we are satisfied. Uncovering it and bringing it back is what makes us happy. This is curious. It seems we are picking up some Earthling instincts after all. It is a good thing that our data readings here should soon be complete. And Silver's on his way to getting a date. It would appear so. Uh-oh. Amanda, we have to go. What? Again? That call was bad news. The agent... Too late. Just hide behind the counter. Quick. Good evening, Mr. Agent. We apologize, but our machine has been having issues. We cannot serve drinks at the moment. You know very well I'm not here for drinks. I'd rather not involve any more civilians in this, though. Oh, do you mean me? I'm sorry, but can't whatever this wait for another night? I haven't finished my drink yet, and it looks like rain again outside. Well, here's something that can't wait for starters. Barista, did you happen to find an ID card lying around? An ID card? Not that I can recall, no. Well, you haven't been the most trustworthy element, so I think I'm going to look around for it if that's all the same to you. Maybe it's fallen behind the counter? Let me check our lost and found drawer first. Would this happen to be it? Seems like an important ID card. A shame if someone were to lose it. Well, how astonishing it was here after all. Sounds like my suspicions weren't entirely wrong, were they? It was an honest mistake. Before you make another honest mistake, I'd like you to remember that I'm good at my job. That sounds like a very impressive job to have. What is it you're doing exactly? We uncover illegal aliens and extradite them, which is why I've been coming here in the first place. We keep getting tips that there have been alien sightings around this cafe. Speaking of which, have you noticed anything out of the ordinary, young man? I can't say that I have. I don't come here all that often, but it's always seemed very above board to me. Are you sure the tips aren't a prank? It seems that some young people enjoy those as a pastime. There are very popular videos of them online. That, maybe it is, but I still have to investigate properly. Otherwise, my superiors will have my head on a platter. But you can't waste your time on a cold trail either. Surely your superiors will see that you've done your best? I doubt that. They're a bit obsessed with the alien situation. Obsessed? Is it really that big an issue? Well, having such unusual elements around disturbs the public peace. Your average Joe has no clue what to make of them, you know. It makes people feel unsettled. I see. Although the visible aliens aren't too bad from where I'm standing. At least we can identify and extract them. Aliens who try to pass for Earthlings are a bigger problem. Why so? For one, it just muddles things. No matter how much they try to look like Earthlings, they were born aliens, and aliens they will remain. But now they're aliens who don't look like aliens. What does that mean, you know, and where does it stop? What if the Earthlings decided they wanted to look like aliens? That would be a huge mess. Would it? No. Anyway, the top brass isn't that the top brass insists that we go after them. And in the end, that makes my job a lot harder. All that time spent detecting them. Give me a good spacesuit wearing alien any day, you know? Oh, but don't worry about a thing. We at Fire always find a way to keep the public safe. I see. So how do you know about detecting that? How do you go about detecting them exactly? Well, let's check this real quick. Are we friends? 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 Yeah, we're friends! Nothing. Okay. And I guess there's like 3 more stories. Yeah. Why are you threatening people on Tomato Chill, Mr. Darling, I could be behind your neck without you realizing it. What makes you think I actually need permission to enter a building? Oh. Don't threaten people on Tomato Chill. Oh, shit. I have to go back. That one's easy. Once I have my suspicions, I check their ID. That makes it all clear, right? Right. I do wonder, though, what is it? And I'm sorry if I'm being too curious. I have a habit of putting my foot in my mouth. No, you're good. No harm in asking. In that case, what is it that makes aliens so very different? There are all sorts of people living here. They all have different personalities, different looks. And for me, when I walk through the streets of Seattle, and I see that no 2 people are alike, I'll admit that it makes me very happy. So if someone comes from further away, but they feel unearthly in their heart, would they really be more different from the people who live in the city than the people in the city are different from each other? Or would they just be another version of an Earthling? Perhaps no less beautiful? No reason. You know what? At the end of the day, I don't know, nor do I care all that much. Just trying to get the job done here. But you sure have opinions, don't you? Oh, I wish I could stop yawning. Why wouldn't, you wouldn't happen to be friends with aliens yourself, would you? Now, surely that is... You do know that harboring illegal aliens is a crime. What was that? Just the coffee machine. It seems to have restarted now. That's a relief. Right. This is getting more suspicious by the minute. Stand aside, I'm going to conduct a search. Meow. What the heck is that? If I'm not mistaken, this is the local cat. It's come over once before. Looks like it may be hiding from another stray. It's very cute. It's also irrelevant to the current drought. I have an emergency elsewhere. But if either of you think you're off the hook, you're sorely mistaken. You'll be hearing from me soon. Meow! I was thinking out loud because a lot of things happened lately, so I was just processing it so as if it was insensitive. What? Does everything happen? Oh, okay. Silver, you're trembling. That's alright. You can come out now, I think, Amanda. Well, we found this experience 100% distasteful. Actually, it was 40.235% distasteful, 20.834% scary, and 38.931 exciting. I apologize. This is just nerves. We're truly sorry for this disturbance. It's not your fault at all. But should you be sticking around here? The agent might come back. No. I lured him away, at least for now. You did? Although it's a good thing the little cat came in when it did. It bought us some precious minutes. What sort of earthling are you? Meow. We see. Do you speak cat? We can feel the earthling's intent better than usual. It is expressing it clearly. It wishes to rest and be left alone. I feel out of sorts. Is the machine really working again? It is, indeed. Then make us a drink, and one for Silver as well. And the same one should be fine for both. Just make it hot and comforting, and what would you like, sibling? I think I need some sweetness right now. I would really appreciate a hot, very sweet, very comforting drink. It's like a hot chocolate, but, so what was this thing? It was like milk and honey. That's not very sweet. But, milk, honey. What was the... Blue marshmallow, blue pea, honey, and milk. Okay. Okay, we're gonna save. Because I really want to be friends with this dude. Oh no, that's for Gala. The lighter is missing. Here you go, sweet drinks for the two of you. This isn't bad, although it could probably have been a little sweeter. The sensation of this is not vastly different from what you served us the other night, but it sounds like it would be fine. I'm impressed though, Silver. You've become quite savvy with navigating these situations. I'm gonna try one more. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do a coffee, honey, honey. Yeah. Not a coffee, chocolate. He wants it sweet. I'll give you sweet. A honey chocolate. Oh. A hot, very sweet and comforting drink. So that one's just as sweet. Milk, honey, chocolate. Okay, hold on. Oh, hey. Yay! We're even better friends. Okay, let's see. We're going to the brew pad, right? So... what's milk, honey, honey? Honey milk. I'm running out of shit, man. Oh, wait. What's milk, milk, honey? Again, honey milk. Okay. Okay. So he didn't like this thing. Or he liked it, but it wasn't like perfect. Cough syrup, chocolate. Chocolate, honey, milk. After midnight. Chocolate, honey, ginger, chocolate, milk, honey, chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. Okay, what is chocolate, chocolate, chocolate? Ooh, no. It's super bitter. And this one is very tart. Oh. Let's try it. I mean, it is more sweet. Let's try this again. Here you go. Sweet drinks for the two of you. This isn't bad, although it could probably have been a little We're gonna figure this out! I am determined to make Neil my friend. Or Silver my friend. Sorry, Silver. So. I feel like chocolate is the way to go. Sweet, nourishing, healthy chocolate. Fast to make, fast to drink, and best start to the light your guided adventures. Okay, so I'm just gonna look at this. I'm not gonna. Well, the last time I gave him a galaxy drink, he wasn't super thrilled about it. So we're gonna try this one. That's a little rocket ship. You better fucking like this, dude. Here we go, sweet drinks for the two of you. I think it was the same level of sweetness, so the bitter might cancel it out. What do you want? Okay. I'm gonna give you chocolate. It's like a, no, I've done all the chocolates. Honey and milk. Just gonna make you this. If you don't like this one, we're just gonna move on. Sweet drinks for the two of you. Whatever. Although it could probably have been a little sweeter. Shut up. The sensation is not that vastly different. I'm impressed though, Silver. You become quite savvy at navigating these situations. Even if I'm sure you'd rather avoid them altogether. Yes, I would definitely prefer to avoid them. But I need to get used to them anyway. It does sound like he got suspicious today. That's far from the worst of it. What do you mean? Diva, you know the cafe that I said I'm opening? Yes. Well, it's not exactly like this cafe. In fact, it's not exactly a cafe at all. For the past few months, it's been the basis of operations for SAVE. SAVE? SAVE, Society for Aliens and Various Extraterrestrials. I see. Wow. I know, it sounds very reckless. No, it sounds rather admirable. I think I underestimated you. I don't know. But you see, why I've had to become savvy, as you said? I have a lot of people depending on me now. Those who are just arriving on Earth and are confused and scared. Those who have adopted earthling appearances and have been trying to blend in. Those who are learning how to understand life here and how to understand themselves. For all of them, it's an existential matter. Not everyone is meant to be a hive mind. I know I wasn't. No offense, Amanda. We are not offended. We have always known you were different from us. It is all the same to us. You are our sibling, whether you live as the Hive or as an Earthling. Amanda, I really do love you. What is love? That is not a conversation I think I can have right now. I'll explain it to you tomorrow, okay? After we both have a rest. We will remind you of it. I know you will. I think I'm getting a little tired now. Is it alright if we go back? Absolutely. Our energy is at 98.429% depleted. Silver, is there anything we can do to help? No, I don't think so. Thank you for offering, really. But you have a different part to play in all this. And you've been playing it very well. You're very kind. Well, in that case, have a good night, the two of you. And please come again soon. We'll always be welcome. You'll always be welcome here. Us and many others. We know, and we're grateful. Good night, Diva. I'd say good night to the cat, but I don't think it needs my wishes. Zzz. Good night, Diva. See, now we can use good night. We find it rather odd that maybe we should continue this chat while we walk. All right. What a night. This has been a great deal more animated than we bargained for. And I suppose we have a new four-legged friend now. I wonder what you're doing here, little one. Don't you have a home? Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. Meow. Meow. Oh well, I guess it's time for you to let me close shop. But Silver, it's an honor to be related to someone like you. Oh yeah, this thing. Fast to make, fast to drink, and best start to Lightyear guided adventures. But it wasn't what he wanted! Thank you for joining me as I played Coffee Talk 2, Episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly by Togi Productions. The next episode will be out shortly. If you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like and a follow and ring that notification bell so you know when a new episode drops. Also, don't forget to check out the link to the completely free Discord server to chat about games and whatever else is on your mind. Let's keep the comments chill, so no hate or spoilers, as I'm not above removing those comments and the people who make them. That's all for now, folks, and I'll see you next time.